Hi, this is AndyG from the WiiExperience.com. I was going to show you a little bit about ExciteTruck here and more importantly how it controls. To play the game, you'll just simply use the Wii remote right here, and you'll use the 2 button to go, the one button to brake. The cross pad here is your turbo, and if you ever get stuck facing the wrong direction, you'll hit the A button and that'll turn you around and get you going in the right direction almost immediately. To control the truck itself, you'll tilt the controller side to side here to turn left and right, and it's really sensitive. It took a little bit to get used to, but once you do, it really helps get you into the game. To hit a boost, whenever you hit a boost on let's say you're going up a ramp and you hit a boost and you get way up high in the air, you can do all kinds of tricks up there, starting with if you tilt the controller towards you. Notice I'm tilting the face of the controller towards me and back. If you tilt it back towards you, that points the nose of the truck up in the air and lets you sail for longer so you can get more air. If you tilt the controller forward, that points the nose of the truck downward so that you kind of go down quicker if you need to make a quick jump and get around a corner. So it's really intuitive. Let's go ahead and get to the game, and I'll show you a little bit more of what's going on there. Okay, so here we have ExciteTruck. Please pardon any lines that may be on the screen. Our TV is kind of a turd, so we'll try to get beyond that. But this is ExciteTruck. Let's go ahead and start it up. The music's going to be a little bit different when we get into the race because I've actually got a 2 gig SD card in the Nintendo Wii itself, chock full of all kinds of music that I like to drive to. Let's just hope that we can hit on a song that's not too crazy. This is the stock music that comes with the game, and in and of itself it's not too bad. And we'll go ahead and go to Excite Race. And I haven't unlocked Super Excite yet, but I do have the Excite option. And these are the tracks that I've completed so far are on the Excite level that I've completed so far. I've done the bronze, the silver, the gold, and I'm working on platinum. Platinum's kind of hard. Alright, so let's just do the first one here. We've got the bronze, the Mexico. You can see I've already got an S on it, so I'm pretty good at that one. I shouldn't embarrass myself too bad here. You can pick from an assortment of trucks. I've unlocked a couple here, and they all have different abilities you can see on the left there, and how many races you've run with each. Whenever you race 10 races with each, you get a unlocked skin, and you can see it on this boulder truck here, the first truck that you get. I prefer it. I think it's a good, well-rounded truck, and you can change it from a flat skin to a more decorated one as you unlock it by playing more than 10 races. I'm not sure what happens after you get 3 S grades, but maybe I'll get an S here and we'll find out. Okay, so we'll hit 2, and you can choose the color here of the truck if you wanted to. I like midnight blue myself, so let's go ahead and get into the race. The load times in the game aren't too bad, really. It loads here for a second, and it tells you how many stars you need to get, the time limit that you have, and the laps. This is our music that we've got on the SD card playing. It's playing totally at random. You can change the sound options up here if you wanted to. Those are fine with me, and we'll go ahead and get into the game. It tells you got to have 90 stars to get to beat this level. 3 minutes is your time limit, and there's 2 laps. 3, 2, 1, let's go. I'm going to start off with a turbo here to get the game really going. Now, on the right, you'll notice it'll overheat, and you don't want to overheat your truck. I just did a double spin there. The sense of speed in this game can really be a good thing. Once you get going and once you hit some of these jumps, it really feels like you're flying through. I'm going to hit that little pow thing next time, I promise. Oh, see that? I just went off the track, through some trees. Do another spin here. Now you do spins in the air by holding down the 1 button and then tilting the controller in opposite directions. So there's 1 spin. I could only pull off a 360 that time. But you get more points and stars depending on how well you do with those spins. And these icons that I keep running into, I'll show you one when I come across one. Those actually alter the course in such a way that it can either bump your opponents out, or most of the time it sets up a better ramp for you to get some height on, like that one, see? And that's a nice landing, that said. That means I landed with all 4 wheels on the ground. There was one of those things right there. See if I can hit all these rings. I hit 4 of them, so I got 4 stars for that. And depending on how well you do, look at this, that's a pow that gives me turbo here. And you go flying. And when you're flying like that, you can barrel down and go through trees. Look at that. Wham! I mean, this thing really gets going. I can't imagine playing multiplayer. I haven't played against an opponent yet. The wife isn't too much into racing games, but I'm trying to get her into it. And this race is just about over. I think I'm going to take first unless someone sneaks up behind me. And you get bonus stars for everything from drifting to to catching air. I got another S, so let's see what it unlocks. You can see there, I got 50 stars for getting first place. I got 13 stars for all of my airs, and on down the list. 3 for drifts, 5 for tree runs. Tree runs, when you get close to a tree and you don't actually run into it, that counts as a tree run. And the more trees that you come close to hitting and not actually running into, the more stars that you get for doing so. You get air spins. I got 10 stars for doing those spins in the air. Truck throws. Truck throws are whenever you get the special items that alter the landscape and you throw your opponents up into the air whenever you time it just right. So I happened to throw one truck up into the air. Jump combos, I didn't really do too many combos. Truck smashes, you can barrel into your opponents and take them out, and you get some stars for that. Nice crashes, I didn't crash once, so I didn't get any stars, but when you crash, you actually get a star, and you tap the 2 button fast as you can, and if you tap it fast enough, it'll give you a boost whenever it starts you off again. The rings, I got 9 stars for rings there, and I got an S overall. Let's see what we get. Not too bad, 2nd place overall from what I usually do. Let's go to next here, and it'll tell us the results and any kind of bonus things that we've unlocked. Alright, lifetime wins, I've got 12 of those so far. S grades, I've got 3 of those so far. Tree runs, 20. I've smashed up 37 trucks. 4 super rings. A super ring means that you've gotten, apparently it didn't open anything for me. A super ring means that you've gotten all of the rings in that jump. You've noticed those rings that were up there, and after certain jumps, and you can get those and open up extra things. I think that should just about cover it. As you can tell, there's different tracks within each one that you go through, and they get harder and harder. Some of them require more stars than others. As you can tell by what it's showing here, some of them are snow levels, some of them have water in it, some of them are pure dirt. They take you from China to Scotland to Finland. There's Fiji. Where it gets really tough is this platinum here, and there's a D on Finland. I need to step my game up there. But yeah, that's ExciteTruck. I think it's a great game. It's also got this other mode here. Let me show you this real quick. Some challenges you can do to help get good at the game and racing and stuff. It's got a gate challenge where you have to try to race through certain gates. It's got a ring challenge where you try to get as many rings as you can, and a crush, which is almost like a demolition derby where you're trying to crush the other trucks and stuff like that. It's really fun. It gets intense at times, and the controls work perfectly with the game, especially once you get used to them. And it only takes about 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes. After your first race, you're pretty much caught up with it. I had even the phone guy who came over to install our DSL checking out the game. He picked it up in no time, and he's not a big gamer, and he loved the game. I highly recommend ExciteTruck to anybody looking for a racing game on the Wii, or just any kind of game that's going to be fun and exciting. Rent it first if you need to, but it's definitely worth a buy if you're into these kind of games at all. The graphics do the job great, and the gameplay is top-notch. This is Andy going from the Wii Experience. Please check out the site, and thanks again for watching.